G'day everyone, Retro Bravo here, and we're going to continue our playthrough of Syndicate, the 1993 Bullfrog game. And I'm going to see basically how many levels I get through and probably stop it when we're approaching the 10 minute. So we're going into, which country did I go into? I didn't look beforehand, Scandinavia, and we are looking at a personnel acquisition. So we've got two notable scientists, both staying in a small hamlet close to one of our research complexes. They would obviously be a great help to R&D boys. We're going to be persuading both of the scientists to join a reputable organisation. So good thing I already purchased the Persuadatron. Money-wise, it's not looking too bad. So we're not particularly upset. Now, what I like to do is any of the weapons we picked up that we can sell and make a little bit of profit on, I will. Now, I don't feel like we need the Uzi yet, so I'm going to go ahead and how much are they to buy? 750, and I think I still get the full 750 back. So we'll stick with pistols. Don't actually need many of them, so I could probably just live with two, but we'll deal with this for now. So reload all my pistols, make sure I have a Persuadatron, because that's what you need for persuading people. I don't tend to use the medkit or scanner too much, at least not in the early levels, especially I don't really use the medkit at all, I just don't die. So we'll go into research and we'll get into our automatic again, and I think we can go a bit more. So this will take a bit over 3 days to finish researching at just under $8,000 for funding, which should be okay. We shouldn't run out of money that way. So accept that research. Yeah, still not particularly wanting to buy any mods yet, so the mods are the body upgrades, but we'll go from there. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, so this mission has this tunnel here. It looks inviting, but on the map here you've got this little path and it drops off suddenly. That's water, and for some reason you just literally just die if you go in that tunnel. So, not recommend. And again, I'm just using the map on the bottom left to navigate, so it's a click and go sort of situation. You can see there's white dots that are civilians, lots of civilians in this mission. Some that look a little bit dodgy with a mohawk type of thing. I don't know. So mohawk, leather jacket, and we've got like blue overalls guy. And on the map as well, you hear the ding. That's the radar, and that there is a cop. If he appears on the radar, it'll be I think he'll be a blue dot. We haven't got too many people to worry about in this level. And again, we're still going fairly slow, so I know we've got a long way to go because we're going to basically the opposite end of the level, which is up here. Still not far, but I like to get all of my meters down as low as I possibly can before I hook them up. Especially since this guard here has an Uzi, so he can shoot further than I can. So the hope is I don't have to redo this mission. So if we hit left and right mouse buttons together, everything goes high, pistols come out, and we just slowly make our way closer to these guys. So the middle guard's noticed us, and here's the one with the shotgun. That's the Uzi guy. Alright, there we go. And we go pick up the Uzi, put away our pistol. Again, we're going to go slow. So So on this one, once we have persuaded, I'll go fast a little bit, get a little impatient sometimes. Once we've persuaded our person, who is this person here, I don't like too many followers, so I tend to just sit on top of them, select the Persuadertron and then deselect it, or unselect it. It's better in English, I'd know the correct word, whether it's D or un. And I try not to go too fast for our little buddy. So there's the cop there, or there's a cop. If you persuade, I think it's depends on your brain implant. No, he's gone. He's gone AWOL. Oh, buddy, there he is. There he's following. Okay. So that was the first person. The next person is in this building over here. And you can go down here and get a car, but there's not much point. And there's the other tunnel entrance to the Tunnel of Death. In a level this small, the car isn't really helpful. Generally speaking, I don't usually get the cars anyway. Not because they're not useful, but because later on, when there's more enemy agents around, they can blow up the car, and that can kill me. Alright, so I've bumped up my speed, and my buddies are walking with me pretty quickly, that's good. So I've persuaded 2 of them, and now we need to evacuate. So again, there's pretty much just cops and civilians or police and civilians, and three guards that were guarding that one guy. Everything else is just a little bit easier. And once the persuaded people are in the circle, it's mission completed. And we could go down the tunnel and everyone drowns, but we're not going to. So we'll go on to the next mission. If you fail a mission, there's a different cutscene. So hit accuracy is 100%. That's what happens when you use the red, yellow, and greenish coloured stuff instead of manually shooting. Agents use for 17 hours, 2 days. I'm not sure why it's that way around. And we're going to now be able to look at Central Europe. Now I'll go through this mission as well, because there's a lot of missions to go through. Okay, combat sweep. So this is go in guns blazing and wipe out an enemy syndicate. So a small town is holding out against all of our advertising campaigns thanks to an enemy syndicate influence. This is having a detrimental effect on our profits, so we have decided to step up the campaign. An assault squad should enter the town and eliminate all enemy syndicate activity in the area. This will leave the town open for our marketing boys. Now, I think from memory, the enemy you can buy some more info. You can get more maps, so you can spend $100 on information, and it gives you an extra paragraph or 2. With the amount of money that I've got now, I'm not finding that useful in the first few missions. It can give you some helpful pointers, like, oh, it might be helpful to bring a Persuadertron along, or it might be, hey, in the north of the city, there's this little alcove that will be a holdout for some of the enemies. So you can get a bit more info, which is we'll do that in later levels. Now I'm going to stick with pistols. Mainly because the enemy syndicate has shotguns from memory, and I'm going to sell the Uzi because I'm at 15,000 and this research is nearly done. I'm almost tempted to fiddle about in menus and just see if I can get it done, but I'll roll in and see what happens. combat suite with pistols, we can do it. Still not enough money coming in for mods though, so we'll accept this mission and see how we go. Okay, so this one we want to get in a car, and helps you by left click rather than right click, and you'll hear the music change. So hopefully the music is recording loud enough to be able to hear. Now I don't go far into the gate, I literally just get out there, because once the enemy syndicate starts up, you won't actually want to be in the car, because you shooting out of the car wears it down. And there's one of our enemies. There's the music. So what I'll do is I'll left and right click together. That'll pull out a pistol, and I want to make my way down here, and the red dot is the enemy agent, so I want to keep him at a distance. So the reason I took out the cop is because sometimes the police have weapons that are a little more advanced than what I have. So if I take them out in range, I can get an extra pickup. So the safest way to do this is literally just sit there and he'll eventually just stop. What I sometimes do instead is bring 3 and 4 forward, so they're shooting as well. And again, so I want one selected as my primary. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this weapon. A lot of the time the enemy agents come to us. So it's about placing yourself in a situation of control. Pistols aren't worth my time picking up, but this cop had an Uzi which is worth my time. This tends to be one of the areas I camp, but I'm feeling a little active today, so let's get around. If you walk out with a gun out, the cops will address the issues that you're causing. And we've got enemy agents on the way in. Not too worried yet. If I can get a little more distance between me and the cops, that would be helpful. There's the enemy agent. He got way too close. There we go. Alright, the police only have pistols. Alright, so I've got to be careful now because my second agent is at half health. Usually I can manage without it, but a shotgun will do. Can usually get through this one without injuring myself, but we'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to go straight ahead. Ideally, I'd like to be able to see this guy approaching. It might be another one, but I'm not sure where he's hiding. He always just appears. Alright. Now he's coming. Bring 3 and 4 forward. So I haven't had much of a turn. And we'll protect 2 a little bit. So I think this guy was hiding in the building. So now I'm going to bring 1 forward. Come on. all's gone well. We've now got an evacuate order.
Selected.
Now the evacuation is back to where we started. There is a convenient car right there. But with how fast we're walking, I should be able to make it back to my car really quickly. Now, you can research access cards and get in these doors. I've never seen anything useful enough to really justify the expense though, so yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about those doors. The other door's just open for you. And now we go to our evacuation point.
Mission completed.
Completed. Alrighty. So, managed 2 missions. Welcome to the dawning of a new empire. And if you're enjoying this kind of stuff, let me know. If you're not enjoying this kind of stuff, let me know. And otherwise, do all the stuff, like, share, subscribe. And we've researched the minigun, which is the most, like, hands down, the most useful gun in the game. And you pretty much won't need anything else until almost the end. Alrighty guys, catch us on the next one, and have fun.